It is a tradition that dates back more than a century. The fall lobster season has officially kicked off, and with it, a flurry of activity and celebration.
Lucas Desroches joined us live from Tignish Harbour in Prince Edward Island this morning to share the excitement with us. And I'm super excited to talk to you, Lucas, because it's in Tignish where I vacationed a couple of years ago. But what we want to hear from you, Lucas, is why this season is so important for so many living on Prince Edward Island.
Well, the season's very important because it's a way of life. It's a multi-generational industry for some, myself included, as my father, grandfather, mother, and many other family members were or still are part of the industry.
Lucas, tell us if you could, what does a typical day, what does that look like during lobster season?
Well, we have approximately 1,200 fishers on the island, 1,200 license holders, and a typical day has many variables, but we try to leave as early as possible to be prepared for whatever the day may bring. And some variables could be weather. Typically we try to get out before daybreak and sail to our gear, and crew prepare bait and usually enjoy a coffee. We pull up our traps and strings and trawls until we fish them all and rebaited them all. Typical day will be about 9 hours, give or take.
Now, Lucas, you've been fishing since you were young. Curious about how the industry has changed over the years from the time you went out with your grandpa until now.
The biggest changes that I've noticed is the volume of lobster, which definitely influenced the increase in vessel and crew size, equaling more fishers.
Now, listen, Lucas, we've been lucky enough to taste fresh lobster from Prince Edward Island here on the show. So both Carolyn and I, we know how delicious it is. What is it, do you think, that sets lobster from Prince Edward Island apart?
Well, our lobster is wild caught around Prince Edward Island. It's in cold water, and we pride ourselves on superior quality for export. And it's a sustainable product harvested during a season which is in place for conservation reasons.
We should also mention, Lucas, if viewers are lucky enough to be visiting Prince Edward Island over the coming weeks, they are in for a treat because there is an event that has become quite legendary there.
Yes, if you're planning on a visit to Prince Edward Island, check out our legendary Lobster Crawl. Also, you can purchase lobster from one of Prince Edward Island's lobster markets or try a lobster dish at one of Prince Edward Island's top restaurants. You can even do a lobster hauling excursion on a lobster boat for a few hours and learn the basics of how we fish lobster. Prince Edward Island also has many lobster-themed events and festivals taking place across the island.
All right, well, fall lobster season is underway. Lucas, thank you so much for taking the time with us, and it's great to have you with us here this morning on TMS.
Thank you.
This portion of the morning show is brought to you by the legendary PEI Lobster Crawl. Visit lobsterpei.ca to learn more.